Alright guys, welcome back to my channel guys. So guys, in this video I'm going to be sharing with you guys my forex scalping strategy. I'm going to be revealing that strategy to you guys today in this video. Now we're looking at your USD and we actually on the 1 hour time frame, and we on the 1 hour time frame to figure out where our support and resistance zones are. So our 1 hour time frame, we're going to be using our 1 hour time frame for confirmations, and we're going to be placing our trades on the 15-minute time frame. And for this strategy, we're going to be using 3 indicators. I have one of them right here, as you guys can see. This right here is actually the awesome oscillator. This is one of my favorite indicators. Actually, this is my favorite indicators. I love using this indicator. It's very, very powerful. You guys can check it out as well. I'll be explaining how you guys can use this indicator as well. Now, to use this strategy, we're going to add 2 more indicators. We're going to add 2 moving averages, and this is actually EMA, not simple. Now for the input, we're just going to change this to 8, and for the style, we're going to change this to whatever color you want. I'll use that, and then we click on OK. Now for the second one, we're actually going to change this to 14, and for the style, just use whatever color you want, change the thickness, and then you click on OK. Now, to figure out where our zones are, as you guys can see right over here, we have a support zone right over here. As you guys can see, we have a support zone that actually became a resistance zone. As you guys can see, price tried breaking this zone, but it couldn't. As you guys can see, tried breaking, couldn't break this zone, so multiple times. And as you guys can see right over here, we also have a zone right over here, a support zone that also became a resistance. So what you just need to look for is rejections. That's all you need to look out for. Rejections for resistance and rejections for your support zone. Now that we have these zones right over here, now we can just go back to the 15-minute time frame to place our trade. Now, this is how you use this strategy right over here. Now that you have your zones, now you know what you're looking for. You know where your entry is going to be. And as we can see, to use this strategy, you need 3 confirmations. Now, the first confirmation is this right over here. We need the 8 to cross the 14. That's your first confirmation. Your second confirmation is to make sure the price actually closes above this your resistance zone right over here. You have that confirmation, and then your third confirmation is to make sure that this awesome oscillator, this histogram or bars, whatever you want to call it, make sure it's green and make sure it's above your 0 line. And this is your 0 line right over here. When it's above, then you have your confirmations. That's all you need. That's the confirmation that you need. And as you can see, you could have entered this trade right over here when you had this retest back to the 8 EMA. You can wait for that retest, or when price closes above your resistance, then you see what the next 15-minute candle is doing, and then you can actually get in that trade. And let's say you got in the trade right over here, and let's replay this and see how this trade actually played out. And before we do that, now to figure out where your TP is going to be, you're going to have your zone right over here that we marked up on at the 1 hour time frame. As you guys can see right over here, resistance became support became resistance right over here. So automatically that's the zone you're going to anticipate that price is going to get to on the 15-minute time frame. As you guys can see, we have that zone and that's that zone right over here, as you guys can see. So that's the zone we're going to target. Now let's replay this and see how this trade actually played out. Let's see how it played out. Bam. You got your entry right over there. Let's keep looking. Right over there, we got our take profit smashed. Right over there, take profit smashed. Now let's take a look and see what the risk to reward ratio was for this trade right over here. We pull out our tool and we got in right here. So we got in right over here. We have our stop loss right below this zone over here, and we got our TP right over here for 40 pips, risk to reward ratio 1:2. Nice trade right there. Nice trade. Now let's look for another trade right over here. Let's look for a sell trade. Now right over here we have this sell trade right over here. Now what we're gonna do is we go to the 1 hour time frame, because you have to, mark up your zones on the 1 hour time frame. Let's look for that zone real quick. I'm just gonna mark this zone right over here so I can find it on the 1 hour time frame. So I can find it on the 1 hour time frame. I think I went too far. Here it is. So for this sell right over here, we can already see that we actually have a resistance zone that became a support zone right over here. Even for the buy trade right there that I just showed you guys, you would have another take profit right over here. Now that we have this zone right over here, all we got to do is go back to the 15-minute time frame and let's look for that zone right over there. So now you wait for this cross, you wait for the 8 to cross the 15, to cross the 14, and we have that right over here, and you wait for price to close below this support zone, and you have to make sure that this awesome oscillator is red and is actually below your zero line. Once you have those 3 confirmations, then you get in the trade, and you're gonna have your TP zones on your, once you mark it up on the 1 hour time frame, that's where your TP zones are. You're just going to anticipate that price is actually going to get to that zone. Now let's look at how this trade actually played out right over here. Let's replay this and let's see how this trade actually played out. Bam. You got your entry. The price closed below your support zone right over there. You get in the trade. Now all you're doing is you're just anticipating the price is actually going to get to your TP zones. There you go. Now we have our zones smashed. Our take profit was actually smashed right over here. Now let's take a look and see what our risk to reward ratio was for this trade right over here. So you got in right over here. You have your stop loss right below this zone right over here. For this right over here, let's say we're just going to target 20 pips for this trade right over here, and we got our take profit right over here. Take profit smash for 43 pips. Our risk to reward ratio was 2 to 6. Very nice trade right there. So guys, if this is your first time on my channel, make sure you like this video because it's really going to help my channel a lot. Turn on, smash the subscribe button, and turn on the bell notification so you guys don't miss any of my future videos like this.